Welcome to Infinity Rising. I'm Kelly Jane Livingston, and I'm just at the park. I have been plugged in and receiving mostly just messages from my own spirit team about my life and my mission and where I want to take it, because I know that my soul signed up to go all the way, and that God has put me through a lot to test my resilience, and we have not let go of our dream. In fact, we are, despite everything darkness did to try to destroy us, rising. And there is no stopping us. Through that struggle, we gained strength. And we have springboarded from the pits of hell, and we have ascended into the highest heavens. We've worked our great alchemy with Source to bring our highest selves through and to help navigate this quantum shift and this quantum simulation, this quantum reality, to a higher timeline where we're not being used or parasited on by these entities, but we are here in our divine alignment with Source, helping others to rise and heal from the programming and mind control poisoning that the dark forces have subjected us to. There is so much that has tried to stop us from rising, and we have been made aware of this. We have seen this through the attacks that have happened in our own lives, that this world was a quantum simulation inverted against God's warriors of the light. But we are protected, and we are in the armor of God, and nothing can stop us in our alchemy. For everything that the devil took to us, we took to God, and we have receipts for it all. We were not alone, and we were seen through everything that we've gone through in this life. They've been on our sides this whole time. And for a lot of people, we were a test that they failed. And you know, I have let go, and I have healed, and I have risen as God has helped me to do. And I am leaving justice in God's hands. And it is not up to me, but I am so protected because of this alchemy that we've worked. And my ancestors know how much is riding on my awakening. We have healed our bloodlines, and we know that we are royalty with God, and we are healing so much more than just us. We are healing more than just our bloodlines even. we are healing the world. We are healing Earth. All the denser energies, attacks, the poisons, the programming, all of it. And we are rewriting the script. We are recoding the false matrix with the divine. You are Neo. You are the programmer. You feed the reality that you want to create. And if you are not sovereign in your energies and how you give them, then it's time to wake up. It's time to be aware. And it's time for us to help each other to come up with a way of living where we are not being food for these spiritual parasites any longer. Because we are our highest selves looking down on them, seeing the parasite for what it is, and how it has tried to infiltrate our lives. But we are the exterminators, and God will protect us if we go to God. That our healing gives us armor. For we are here energetically aligned to God for higher purpose, for higher alchemy. Sometimes I just have to marvel over this because, we see the whole blueprints of this life and in this incarnation and everything that we've gone through in this process. All the setbacks, all the lies, everything, and everyone who has energetically been part of this alchemy. Everything has been to our betterment, even the dark stuff, because all energy works to our advantage. We were favored long before we knew we were favored. We had to be the most cursed to wake up and realize that because of that, we were the most blessed. I feel like this whole paradigm shift is popping off, and that God's just going to continue to blow our minds in God's perfect timing. And we can surrender the old script of suffering and scarcity, survival mode, all of that of the old world. For God is awakening the age of light within our hearts, within our alchemy. And we are all entrusted to this divine inheritance. The kingdom of light is within. If only you will surrender to it. If we all do that, we get to be free. We get to create new earth, to live in a world where we are seen and loved for the light of our souls, instead of being treated selfishly on our energy. And not upholding our frequencies. As light beings. New Earth is a frequency for us to uphold. It is living through your higher heart chakra. Devoting yourself to God's highest plan. Being a vessel for Source. Shifting and aligning timelines by bringing your highest light through. This is the alchemy of a chosen one. They never had anything over us except that they created a world, a cage for us to incarnate into. And we went through amnesia and were born into this realm with our memories erased. And we had to go through darkness in order to remember our inner light. But we've made it all the way down the rabbit hole, and we are the light on the other side. Darkness can no longer hide. It's so many different downloads are coming through. And my dreams have been very amazing and vivid and deeply personal, intimate. And I asked them last night before I went to sleep. I called a council meeting with all of my angels and guides to come together and to have counsel so that we would have high intentions for going to Dreamland last night. And it feels like we took a lot back. And I do remember some of my dreams, and it was very, very deep. About motherhood. And there were so many other energies with me in that. And I felt the presence of my angels, my guides, my ancestors supporting me. I'm not really sure what it meant exactly, but it was profound. I have been praying for New Earth. I've been praying for all of us to be delivered from darkness and to be in New Earth already. I feel like I've been praying for this my whole life. I have been. And as I continue to ascend and rise with God, I feel the need to higher align myself and my energies in my life in this vessel to match my gifts that God has given me, to be able to help others to my highest capacity and not have to shrink myself in this world. We are too sacred for society in this way, as shrinking ourselves and selling our energy for a 9-to-5 job, to working for corporate entities who are here for darkness and not the light, narcissistic, demonic entities. We cannot be energetically feeding the parasites because our energy is sacred to God. And we become more sensitive in our perception to understanding and sensing these entities when they come. We can feel our ancestors working on our behalf in the spirit realm to protect us. And the more we awaken and ascend, the more we feel that. The more we realize that something needs to shift in our lives as well. And we need higher alignments in our life, in our spiritual gifts, and in our soul mission. We've been in a world that's tried to shrink us enough times, and God made us beautiful. We are the butterfly coming out of the cocoon. And we are not going to shrink ourselves anymore. For God's worked way too hard on us. And we were made to fly. So somehow, some way, God's gonna do it. And we're here doing the work. Speaking His word. Opening ourselves. Because we are just observers of this reality, of this shift. Speaking about our perceptions, the downloads, the information that has been coming through in these waves, integrating higher consciousness with our 3D earth vessels. We are the mothership, and the mothership has landed. We are here. And we are here because we are a sacred gift from God. And we love you very much. It has not been easy for us to come out of our cocoon into a world that has been so willfully intent on getting us to go back in and to shrink ourselves. The attacks that have been on our lives and what we've gone through have been brutal and will be told about and talked about for generations to come. For we have lived the full experience in this quantum simulation and felt the wrath of Satan. But we have survived it all. We have endured. And now we are using our light and our experience and our truth to help others. We are using our spiritual gifts to be a light in this world. You never know how hard the devil has its hooks in you until you call back your power and you start to heal. And you choose God. And you deny feeding this beast. You'll see the ways, in different ways, it will attack you in your life. And we went through the worst attacks. We have survived. And we have come through enough that we can surrender that old storyline of struggle. For we are strong, and our wings are massive, and we have broken through the cocoon. Nothing can keep us in a cage anymore. Not the Matrix, not anything. We are wearing the crown, sitting in our throne, in alignment with Source, and being a bridge to the heavens. I relate so much to the story of Noah, how he was a man who was a portal to God, and God told him to build an ark. Everyone thought he was crazy. Everyone thought he was just this crazy old man, until it rained. Well, it's been raining for a long time. And God has been speaking through us for a long time. Our intuition was never wrong. We knew long before we fully awakened and knew for ourselves. Everything that we remembered, prophetic dreams that we had since childhood, everything that God has done to keep us alive, despite living such a rough life. There's no way that we could still be here if it weren't for God. That within us, God has created miracles. And this was always our divine alchemy to decode. We were always meant to awaken and see this. And now we've gone from being the most cursed to the most blessed. And it's like that feeling when you're on the roller coaster and you're about to drop and you know you're gonna go back up and you're ascending, and then you just gotta surrender to God and let go. Put your arms in the air and say, okay, let's do it. And then you just go. God carries you. You just spread your wings. Breathe in deep and trust and let go. And watch how high you get to fly. God will carry you. God will be the wind beneath your wings. You are free. Beautiful bird. Your feathers are bright. And you light up this world. You are beautiful. Whew. I sunbathed today. I enjoyed my time at Indian Canyon yesterday with Kevin. I am so grateful for the things that I have in my life, and I know that there's so much expansion happening, and I am open and receiving of more blessings to come for what God is doing and working within us. We see it happening in the world, and we are manifesting it. We are part of it. We are connected to armies of angels who are divinely assigned to help us during this shift. We are one with them. We are one with Source. And I'm going to start speaking my manifestations into reality as I have been for this entire time. I just haven't gotten enough credit for it. You know, it's all of the prophecies we've spoken have come true, and it's undeniable what we're living. But we trust God's timing, and we've been learning a lot in this process, for God is still working on us, and we are going through the sandpaper. You know, we've already been sculpted, we've already been created and designed, but we are being refined. And you know, God's timing is perfect, and we are so ready now. We have been feeling ready for quite some time, but you know, we didn't sign up for easy. We sure didn't. But if it were easy, would we really truly be grateful for the miracles and the amazing things that God has done on our behalf? God has moved mountains. Everything that was an obstacle for us is no longer. We have transcended. We have broken free. We are no longer being held back by fear or fear of judgment. We are living in our divine truth. And there is nothing that the devil can use to get us to dim our light. For we are out of the cocoon, and we are living proof of God's miracles. So let's start speaking our manifestations into reality. The banks don't own anything. They don't own the land, real estate, all of it. It is a lie. Mother Earth is a soul, she is not property. No one owns a soul. It is an honor and a gift to be here and to be able to protect God's sacred land and God's sacred souls. Children, animals are a blessing, and we need to protect them from the parasites of this world. Because they are out to destroy what is innocent, what is pure, what is holy, what is divine, and keep us in pain, generational trauma, loops, wounded so that their demonic entities can attach to us, so they can carry on their cycles of hurt people, and wreak more havoc in this world. We're not going to let them win. And we are taking back what was always ours, our sacred divine inheritance, as we are protectors of Mother Earth. And we are awakened to our purpose for incarnating here. We are rising with God so that we can help each other, so that we can be of service to humanity and help lead souls to salvation. That is God, it is within, it is internal, and it is eternal. For God never left us, and God is waiting for us to turn within and come home to ourselves. We can take back our land and grow gardens, grow healing sanctuaries, places where we can really connect and live in our truth, in alignment with other healed, higher dimensional beings of light who are here and aligned to their sacred missions for incarnating Earth. We are healers. We are blessings to this world. 3333, as I said that on the timeline. And by holding ourselves to be sacred energetically, denying the darkness, the parasites, access to our energy, God helps us to rise higher and higher in our alignment with our true divine potential. We ascend into our rainbow bodies and become vessels of light. And then unite to bring healing into the world, to speak our truth. Saw a pink car go by. Pink has been my color this year. Source is always showing me stuff, you know, like here, there, blessings everywhere. This holographic simulation becomes very interesting after you activate and ascend. So you know you're not alone, and that they're always watching us and they're proud of us for the light that we're bringing through. So, we are the shift. We are the portal to heaven, to the golden age, and all of us opening ourselves and remembering our divine potential is how we create new earth. And then we empower each other to be missionaries, to spread our missions in the spirit realm and in heaven and on earth. That is God's promise to us. On earth as it is in heaven. And we are the creators of this divine design. You shift realities when you shift your energy. And you give focus to what you want rather than what you fear. You embody the version of yourself who has already succeeded and achieved your wildest dreams into reality. You are more than just a dreamer, you are a doer. And you believed when God showed you your destiny. You held on despite everything the devil did to try to get you off course and to make you doubt it. Energetically, we are all here to manifest miracles by devoting ourselves to God, by surrendering. And we are birthing this new paradigm as we birth our highest selves into conscious being. And this is it. We've done it. Miracles. And this is just the beginning. We've come so far, and this is the beginning. And we have infinite potential. We don't have to shrink for society. Society is sick by design. And we are creator goddesses and gods incarnate. You gotta believe in yourself. You gotta believe in God. You gotta have faith, because without it, you'll get eaten up in this world. Dream your most beautiful dream. Follow your heart. Trust God. And never let go. And we all get to co-create this together. It takes unity to win it in the earth level, but we've already won in the spirit realm. The final battle and everything, it is internal. It is you against your lower selves. Any voices of evil that the devil can try to whisper to us to get us to shrink and to doubt the blessings that are abundant with God. Don't let those voices fool you. You are worthy. You are chosen. And you are sacred. You are a blessing to this world. And your light is powerful. You are shifting timelines and changing realities. And everyone feels your presence, feels your energy, feels your light. You know, spiritually, we are living through this incarnation as our highest selves awakening, being Alice in Wonderland. It's like once we're small and then we're big, and we we really have gone fully down the rabbit hole and come out light on the other side of it. And that story always resonated me with as a kid. And everything has deeper meaning in my life and total synchronicity with my life and my soul mission and my purpose here. And I know they're all watching me and helping me and supporting me. And I have so many friends in this universe that I didn't know I had at one point in my life, because the world is inverted against chosen ones. They instill within us the belief that there's something wrong with us for having spiritual gifts, that we're weird for being different, when we are wonderful for that. Is they couldn't program us, they couldn't shrink us, they couldn't get us to sell out and to sell our souls, as we are sacred to God. And that's been a difficult part for me as a light worker, as a missionary, is that I don't want to sell out my divine gifts. What God gives me is priceless to me. You know, I know a lot of people in the spiritual path end up becoming like tarot readers or psychics or, you know, life coaches, things that way, and, you know, influencers. And I never wanted to be any of those. I just wanted to be me. And, you know, me is a lot. And my soul is a lot, and I don't want to shrink myself into some kind of niche here. Because God has done so much for me that it would be a disservice and a dishonor for me to sell out for money. You know, I need to live, and I need finances. I need security, and I need financial security to manifest in my life already. I am 42 years old, and I have no interest in shrinking myself for the matrix or selling my soul. And I'm here for God's highest mission. I'm doing the work. And I deserve to have a place to live to do that on. And to not be living in scarcity and lack and in the matrix. I've come so far spiritually, and life has got to higher align with who I am as a soul. You know, I've had enough struggle in my life, and I surrender that storyline. I'm here because I've broken out. I'm free, and I don't need that anymore. I'm strong enough. And I deserve a life of ease where I don't have to have my nervous system on red alert for parasites or the ways that the devil has tried to infiltrate our lives and attack us through different people and different entities, different situations. It's a lot for us to be working, you know, being creator and protector. As divine feminine warriors of God, our energy is sacred. And we need to feel safe in our energy. We need to be protected. Creators need protectors. The divine feminine is sacred, and she must be protected at all costs. So there's definitely a shift that needs to be made in this world. And we need to make sure that God's sacred souls are not out here in survival mode because we refuse to sell our souls to the dark side. So, that being said, we do appreciate your donations, and your donations help us to be empowered in our missions of light and to help others. So our links are below. We've got PayPal, Venmo, Cashapp links. We also have a Gofundme up and a Patreon that I am devoting more for the Army of Angels movement, but that it is a seed that we are watering and we are growing, and that we are birthing a free and sovereign earth. We are doing the work, the inner work, and we are speaking it, manifesting it, and watering these seeds, giving love to them, nurturing these blessings, and things are sprouting, flowers are blooming, we are thriving in the quantum realm. Now we need our garden and sanctuary on earth too. We still have a GoFundMe up for Infinity Rising New Earth Sanctuaries, and we need your help. We need your help. We have to unite as creators and carry our mission to New Earth and help each other to do that. We are here in total devotion for God, and we need places to bring soul family together. And we are meant to have this land. We are meant to have some acres so that we can plant these seeds and water our gardens and grow beautiful communities of light workers, light beings, and angels on earth. For we are the change that the world needs Let's stop waiting for the Savior to come save us and realize that we are it. It is within us. And we all need to be proactive in that and stand up and speak up for ourselves and for all souls on planet Earth. Because we are here together, and God has assigned us to this mission. And I feel like God's already done it and everything, but I just gotta speak it and remind you that we are energetically in alignment with God's highest will. So if you support us, you're supporting God. You're supporting God's highest plan to manifest into the physical. And we have come so far on this mission, and we've worked so hard. We are devoted, and we are a safe investment for you to pray to, or pray for, or pray with, is because we are all one. So pray for us in our mission, so that we can help as many souls as we can to awaken, to remember our divine purpose, and to shift this paradigm so that we can have peace on earth and awaken and heal everyone of the mind control, poisoning, and pollutants of the slave world. Their power was never real to begin with, and we need to help each other to heal from the illusion that it ever was, that there was ever anything outside of Source that had authority over us. Their laws are fake, and everything about their system was designed to be a parasite on us. But God has empowered us to take back everything that the devil tried to take from us, to rise to our true power and potential again, and be conscious creators of our simulations. This is our time. And these are God's miracles that we get to volunteer for. And it's incredible. And it's happening. So we want to continue to grow. We don't stop. We keep going. And we are warriors of the light. We are rising. And we are shifting realities through this great alchemy with God. You create the reality to which you feed your energy to. So we all must be mindful of how sacred we are, and not give the parasites consent to our energies any longer. I know it is a process and it doesn't happen overnight, but we need to become more mindful and be making progress every day. For we can heal this, and God is showing us the way, quite literally. And it's time for the rising of the divine feminine to be respected in this world. The patriarchy, the lies. We're not here to be used and abused energetically as slaves, as servants for man. We are here to serve God. The feminine is not here to submit. She is here to rise. And that is God's will. She is sacred, bringer of life, birther of universes, of worlds. And the male ego is going to have to understand that their male privilege in this world was used to enslave the feminine, and that will not fly anymore. For God has helped the feminine to remember who she really is. So we're going to have to evolve to God again. We're going to have to, men are going to have to get comfortable with taking the role as a protector, a provider, and a passenger. For she is energetically the portal to the spirit realm. Felt like that needed to come through, and you know, everything that we speak, we know that it's a process and it's not an overnight thing. I said that before, but we've got to raise our standards. And us as women, we need to raise our standards of how we will allow ourselves to be treated. As we are not going to be people pleasers or doormats for anyone. As we know our value, we know our purpose, we know our potential, and we know how sacred we are to God, that we will not submit to anything that is less. So let's keep rising, let's keep healing, and let's, keep praying and stay patient, because we know it's a process. But this divine alchemy is unfolding, and we're getting there. We're ascending so quickly, and we're living so many miracles. All right, I love you guys, and I'm gonna wrap it up for this video and just say thanks for joining us, and we're multidimensional here, and we're so much channeling, but we're all present and we're all here in love and in the highest healing. I pray for all of us to manifest these miracles and make our dreams come true, because we deserve a lot better than what we settled for in the past. And God has shown us that, and God will not allow us to do that again, because we know our worth and we deserve it. All right. I love you, and I'll be with you again soon. God bless you. Bye.